So you want to know, how do you simply articulate not the entire process and all the steps? Because see, on the listing side, it actually goes backwards. The appraisal is finding out the home value. Then as you start looking at, well, the home value, how do we prepare the home regarding a lot of the issues or things that will come up within the inspection? And then from there, after the preparation is done, how do we promote this home to a way that will get the most amount of showings and people submitting the most amount of offers, that we can be picky upon our selection of the best one, which in return will help you get the most amount of profit? And the marketing aspect of that really is the research phase. What websites do we put it on to make sure that the first step people take in searching for a home, your home is on that we're getting great traffic, views, and visibility, and people hearting and saving because we prepared it to look so well. So you can see the 8 steps are very simple to share, from what a buyer will do to where you can articulate that directly to a seller. But let's move on now to actually articulating that specific buy side and that specific sell side, because when you think about the buy side, remember, you get to help them with the majority of the search and the tools that you provide. But on the purchase side, what we have is the overall transaction. And remember, that transaction element is you helping them see readily available homes whenever they want, which is why you want to utilize, again, delegation, people that help you with showings, or a brokerage that provides opportunities. So that way you can spend more time on sales and marketing. As you start showing properties, how do you clearly articulate whether somebody would want to submit an offer on one? And then at what price do we submit that offer? And there's going to be lots of different language patterns you can use, like, is this a home you love? Meaning that if it was purchased by somebody else and they were sleeping in the bed tomorrow, that you'd be highly regretting your decision not put your best foot forward? Or is this just a home you like, that at the end of the day, if we had to go back out and see more homes tomorrow, you're actually okay with that? You see that maybe that emotional helps somebody, but that's a different personality type, like love. What about a personality type who I don't really have a bunch of emotions, but I do logically make decisions? Well, that's where you start helping people better understand the offer traffic, meaning, are there lots of offers? Is there no offer? And then now the next segment we're going to teach you is market intelligence, not the intelligence of articulating the process of buying, selling, or invest. And from there, you can let people know, based on the type of market it is, what are logical percentages from where the list price is, and the intelligence you got from calling the agent to help them decide what's the right offer to submit. And then once you logically got those numbers, you help advise them to the emotion, whether they have a lot of them or not, which is the emotion that every person has when it comes to winning and losing. And so your personality type of knowing, is this person an emotional decision maker or a logical decision maker, will help you advise them on the right type of offer to submit, so it does get selected. And then from there, as you start thinking about how you articulate the inspection process, we'll walk you through that. But there are some basics, is that the inspection process really is going to help you better understand how to make a home brand new, 100% up to the codes and regulations of today, versus this is a home that we are looking at from 30 years ago when it was built, and those things are going to be common. There might be a lot of them. And as you continue to talk about the length or the age of a home, is better identifying that the same way people do with investments, which is classification levels of how much distress there might be in the inspection process, and helping advise people in understanding that those are common things, and how you articulate that within your state's contract, ours locally, being that it's being taken as is, but also letting them know that there is a negotiation process in the inspection. However, we need to simply share and articulate what that negotiation process is like, which is that somebody might say, I'm taking my ball and going home and I'm not going to do anything. They might want to negotiate with us, or they might give us everything we ever imagined to make this home exactly the way we want based on the price that we offer. As you go through the appraisal process, clearly articulating that if they're getting a loan, a bank is not going to lend more money than that of what the home is worth. And the appraiser is the sole subjective authority on the actual value of the home, not the agents, not you, not the seller. And therefore, what happens when a home doesn't appraise? Well, 3 negotiations. They may take their ball and go home. They may want to negotiate somewhere in the middle, and we bring some extra cash because you love this home and you're buying a home over the appraised value, and I'll articulate why or why not that would be valid. And then ultimately, though, they may lower the price to the new appraised value, and therefore we can continue to move forward. But you can see that there is a articulation that you will need, and we will dig deeper into each one of those on the purchase side, as well as, though, the list side, because remember, clearly articulating the selling side of this is reverse engineering what a buyer would do, which has to do a lot with preparation of their home, promotion and marketing of their home, and lastly, profit, which is your negotiations and how you represent them as a listing agent to all those things we just discussed.